Hello everyone, welcome back for Click on Me First Part 2. I'm not sure how long this is going to be, so I may cut this in half and make it 2 different videos, but I'm not sure. I have to see how long it goes. First thing I want to do is just review what I talked about in Part 1. First, send me your cell phone and your personal email. Just send me an email. Thomas.mawhinney@touro.edu, and in that email acknowledge that you've read the teaching memo and give me your cell phone number and your personal email. Also, I talked about the My Touro portal and making sure that your Touro student email is up to date and working, because that is the only way I am supposed to communicate with you. 3, watch all my videos. If you're you're already doing that if you're watching this now, but students do have a tendency to get lazy during the semester and don't watch my videos, which affects how they participate in the course and the grade they get. So most people, I would be willing to bet all people who watch my videos get an A+. I send out weekly teaching memos. Make sure you, I also do it in a video, so watch the video and read my teaching memo each week. I also talked about textbooks. You only have to order one, and that's the Popham textbook. The rest are optional. I will provide the chapters for those. And I also provided my contact information, which is on the instructor information tab right here. I'll show you it again. There it is. That's how you can contact me. And I also will have weekly office hours, typically from 7 to 8 o'clock on Monday nights. So keep that in mind. All right, let's talk about Part 2. I'm going to cover the mechanics and the structure of the course, which has changed. As I am doing this, I'm recording this in the spring of 2015, and at this point in time the Blackboard template has changed. So even if you've taken courses before, you need to know how it is set up now. When you log in, this is the page you will come to, which is my announcement page. You'll see that I have a welcome and my welcome video and my first teaching memo, which is instructions on what you need to do to begin. So when you click on, you'll get the announcement page. You need to start here where it says syllabus. Start here. Surprise, surprise. You would be surprised that many people do not start there. They go right into the assignments and say, the heck with this, I don't need to but there is a lot of information in this start here. There's the academic integrity statement, very simple, but everyone has to do it. So click on this link, it will bring you to this statement. Click on continue, you read this statement, and then you said, I have read this statement true, and click that. Believe it or not, it's worth 10 points. I just discovered that this semester when I saw a student that did it had 10 points, and I know no one had completed any assignments yet, and I said, how did this student earn 10 points? And it's by doing this, so it's an incentive to complete it. So make sure you do that, complete the academic integrity statement before you do anything else. Next, you need to watch these videos, which you are right here. Click on me first. At the present time, I'm redoing this Part 2 here, and there are 4 videos. I may have 5. I may make this Part 2 into Part 2 and Part 3, so that may change. So make sure you watch those videos. It explains everything. If you want to get an A+ in my course, and many people do, you have to watch all my videos. So the next thing after watching my videos you need to do is watch this course description and overview where I explain what I'm going to cover in the course and what you need to get done. Here are the course requirements. You can see how those are. I really don't need to spend a lot of time. There are 5 different assignments that will be graded. 1 are double entry journals, which are annotations of reading material. There will be 3 of those. Each one, and they're worth 20% of your grade. Those are double entry journals. Discussion boards, you'll notice this is worth 30% of your grade. So it's absolutely imperative you watch my discussion board videos so you will know what I expect in the discussion boards. You have to use APA format on your initial post. Your initial post has to be done within the first 2 to 3 days of the discussion board, etc., etc. I go over all that. So that's the biggest part of your grade is 30% for discussion boards. You are going to be creating a selected response test. That'll be worth 20%, and I'll talk more about that during the course. Quizzes and tests, little different here. When you take a quiz, you'll have 2 opportunities to take it, unless, of course, it's a true-false test. And I have 2 or 3 true-false tests, so you only get 1 opportunity to take those. So you have 2 opportunities to take your quizzes and tests. If you go into, I'm going to go into coursework by week here, and session folders. I think there's a quiz in session 2, assignments. And you'll see there's a quiz on chapter 1 on Cohen and Spencer, which is this chapter right here, and Waterman article, which is this article right here. So you will have all your articles you will have. So you have 2 chances to take a quiz, but if you, and I'll just show you, you click on it and it says begin, and you begin, and you'll see the first part of this quiz is a matching, and then there's multiple choice, fill in the blanks. I don't put true-false questions on these quizzes, so those are the 3 types of questions. And I'm also trying to model the kind of questions that you will have on when you create your tests. So that's how you take a quiz. All the quizzes, you have 2 opportunities to take them. If you go back into the session folder, you'll see that I'll talk about that a little more about that later. But taking your quizzes, there's a quiz discussion board. If you click on all discussions, you can go into the quiz discussion board, which is quiz discussion boards. I'll move that up a little higher. Actually, you can't see all these discussion boards, but this quiz discussion board, you can go in, create a thread. You can see here are all the quizzes, and you just click on the thread, and you can ask questions. Now, I'm going to monitor this discussion board, and if you are giving answers, I will delete it. The way you this question, I had trouble with this question. I got it wrong. This is where I found the answer, and it's pretty clear. So talk to your classmates, discuss the question, and direct them to where they can find the answer. Do not give them the answer. That's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is to promote your learning. It's a way of making summative assessment formative. You talk about the ones you got wrong, and it promotes your learning. So keep that in mind. Okay, so that's the quizzes. Those are worth what I say 20%, I believe. 20%. And there's also a hard copy available for every quiz. So if you go into coursework by week, if you go into the session folders, and you go into course materials, every time there's a quiz, there will be a hard copy in handouts. You can see chapter 1 quiz hard copy. Download that first, and you can take it before you have to go on, because once you go on, click on taking the, you have to complete it. If you do not complete the quiz when you click on it, you will not be able to go back into it. I have to go into your grades and reset it. So that makes me very irritable. So make sure you download the hard copy and take it there first before you take it online. All right, the last two things I want to talk about are uploading assignments, and I will, in the course syllabus, let me go into start here. You need to download the course syllabus. Oh, I also forgot to tell you that there is a 3-part analytic summary that's also due at the end of the process of creating, taking, and revising your selected response test. You have to reflect on it, and again, I will talk more about that as the assignment comes near. This is a downloadable syllabus here. Just right-click on it, save link as, and you can save it to a file. What I would recommend is to create a file on your in your file folder. You can see I have 640 assessment. Create a file that says EDSE 640 and save all your documents in there. You can even create more folders of handouts, quizzes, however you want to break it down. But that's what you should do, is to save your syllabus in a 640 folder, and then you need to consult that. I've had an at a glance course schedule right here. It's broken down into sessions. You'll see there are links on there as well, where you can, if you click on it, it takes you to My Google Documents, which shows you the document. I believe you can download. Yes, if you click here, you can download that and put that in your folder as well. So that is a very handy tool which I've made available to you. Any chapters that you don't have to buy are here. This is the quiz on another way to get to the quiz, hard copy of the quiz, right here. This is a handy tool. It doesn't have the Popham chapters. You have to buy that book. When you start reading Popham, you have to buy that book. But any handouts you need to download, they're here as well. I think there's a vocabulary in your own words that's due towards the end of the, and I'll talk about that. I talk about that as we go on. That is a little bit about the course description. I'm going to stop here, and my second part will be about, my third part will be about the structure of the course and some other things you need to do.